So it looks like the Xbox 360 store is going to be closing, but what does that mean going forward? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And you can see the announcement here from news.xbox.com. The Xbox 360 store will close July 2024, but you can keep playing your favorite games. So what exactly are the details of the store closure? Well, you can see from the article here, on July 29th, 2024, Xbox will stop supporting the ability to purchase new games, DLC, and other entertainment content from the Xbox 360 store on the console and the Xbox 360 Marketplace, which is marketplace.xbox.com. So basically everything will continue to function as it is until July 29th. And then the other important bullet here related to this change, the Microsoft Movies and TV app will no longer function on Xbox 360, which means TV and movie content will no longer be viewable on your Xbox 360 after July 29th, 2024. And shutting down the Movies and TV app for the 360 seems a bit much to me, but I'm not sure technology-wise why that's happening. So what this would mean is that if you purchased a digital movie and all you have is a 360, then you won't be able to view your content without using a web browser. But like I said, you'll still be able to access that content through your web browser or on a newer Xbox system, so an Xbox One or Xbox Series system. However, there doesn't seem to be a Microsoft Movies and TV app for other platforms like a Roku or say a smart TV, but you can link your account to Movies Anywhere and access movies that are supported, which is a lot of them. But that still doesn't address any TV shows you may have purchased since the app is Movies Anywhere. It doesn't support TV shows. But who knows, maybe Microsoft will remedy this before next July and release an app for other platforms. Now, after July 29th, you'll still be able to download games and DLC you have already purchased on your 360, at least for what they say is the foreseeable future. And multiplayer games will continue to work as long as the publisher still supports online servers, and cloud saves will continue to work as well. Now you may be wondering if you'll be able to purchase games for the 360, and you can see from their FAQ here, will I still be able to purchase DLC for my Xbox 360 games on other devices? Yes, while you'll no longer be able to make purchases in the Xbox 360 store or the Xbox 360 Marketplace after July 29th, 2024, you'll still be able to make purchases for Xbox 360 and original Xbox backward compatible content on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox.com. Note that in-game purchases for these items will not be supported through in-game menus. These purchases must be made in the Microsoft Store, on Xbox, or on Xbox.com. Any purchases for backward compatible games and content that are made through the Xbox One or Xbox Series X and S will show up in your download history on the Xbox 360 as well. So while you won't be able to make any of those purchases on the 360, according to this, you'll still be able to buy any games that are backward compatible and still play them on your 360. So you may be asking about those games that are not backward compatible. Well, unfortunately, it looks like if it's not on the backward compatibility list, you'll no longer be able to purchase the game digitally. Now, if you happen to find a used disc, that'll still work and should update to the latest patches. So I do have to think many of these 360 physical games that are not backward compatible may be shooting up in price in the used market. So let's take for an example a game like Project Gotham Racing 4. It has an 85 on Metacritic, so it's a decently rated game, and it only came out on the 360 and is not backward compatible. So basically the only way you'll be able to play this game now is with a used physical copy. And I'm sure there's probably some digital-only games for the 360 that never got physical releases or are not backward compatible. And while they may exist on some other platforms, it's kind of a shame that it's not going to be available on Xbox anymore. And if you were wondering, well, maybe Microsoft will add a few more games into that backward compatibility list before that store shuts down. Don't expect them to. Again, in this FAQ, they say, does Xbox plan to revive backward compatibility support for games that will be lost with the shutdown? And you can see their answer, we do not intend to release more backward compatibility games going forward. Now you may be wondering, what if I buy a digital code from a store? Will I be able to still cash that in and play the game on my 360? Well, Microsoft doesn't really know. You can see in the FAQ, it says, will my codes still redeem after the store shuts down on the Xbox 360? And you can see the answer, if you intend to redeem codes for Xbox 360 or original Xbox content via your Xbox 360 console, you'll need to redeem them before July 29th, 2024. After that date, they may no longer be redeemable. This does not impact gift cards or subscription cards. So even though you may buy a digital code for a 360 game that's backward compatible, you may or may not actually be able to use that code after July 29th, 2024. And that's most of the details that Microsoft has released right now. And they will be shutting down the store just shy of 19 years, so that's still a pretty long time to support it. So for some perspective here, the 360 came out November 22nd, 2005. And the Wii came out about a year later, November 19th, 2006, and the Wii Shop shut down January 30th of 2019. Now the PS3 also came out about a year after the 360 on November 17th, 2006. And its shop was going to shut down in 2021, but after some backlash, Sony decided to keep it up. Now, some of this backlash stems from the fact that there's no backward compatibility on the current PlayStation 5 for PS3 games. So once the PS3 shop closes, there would be no way to purchase any of the digital games from that era. Now, I do have to wonder if Sony may take a look and see how this goes for Microsoft and reevaluate shutting that PS3 store down. But again, with no backward compatibility, it does seem like they want to keep that up for a little bit longer. So let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think this is a bad move on Microsoft's part? Or do you think maybe after 19 years, it's understandable to shut that old store down, especially with backward compatibility and still being able to purchase those games on the current store? And if there's any games that you know are not backward compatible that you think people should try to pick up before the store goes down, leave a comment below and let us know. And if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. It really does help the channel out quite a bit. I want to thank you for watching and be good.